This procedure uses a three-dimensional cell culture system to mimic in vivo cell kinetics. Begin by incubating cells with collagen-coated beads. Then load the cells and beads into a rotating cell culture system and propagate 3D cell aggregates in a low-shear, low-turbulence environment. Finally, harvest the cells for use in downstream applications. Compared to gene expression and cellular differentiation of cells grown in a typical monolayer, the resulting 3D cultures demonstrate cell kinetics and behavior that closely resemble that seen in vivo. Place a 10 ml RCCS into a sterile 6-well culture plate and remove the large stopper. Now add warmed GTSF2 media to bring the total volume of the cell bead mixture to 10 ml and load into the RCCS through the large port. Replace the large port stopper and close small ports. Finally, load the RCCS onto the rotor. Start the rotation at 19 RPM in a cell culture incubator. For optimal culture conditions, replenish the media every other day for the first 3 days and daily thereafter. First, turn off the rotor and remove the RCCS. Pull the pistons up to create some suction. Remove the syringes from each small port and place the RCCS on an angle and allow the beads to settle opposite of the large port. Now, open one of the small valves to release 2/3 of the media from the RCCS into a waste container without disturbing the beads. Close the small valve. Then open the large port. Add media into the RCCS and replace the stopper. Expel all air bubbles as shown earlier and position the culture onto the rotator in the incubator. Once the aggregates start growing visibly, increase rotation speed to ensure cells remain in suspension. To harvest the cells, release the RCCS from the rotor. Discard the syringes from each small port and place the RCCS on an angle to direct beads to opposite the large port. After the beads have all settled, open one of the small valves and drain 1/3 of the media into a waste container. Close the small valve and open the large port. Gently swirl the vessel to disperse the aggregates back into solution and transfer the cells into a sterile 50 ml conical tube. After allowing the collected aggregates to settle in the conical tube, use the supernatant to thoroughly wash the culture vessel again to maximize recovery of aggregates.